Well, good morning. It is Sunday morning. It is Capital Region Sunday, and I usually complain about getting up early, but if you're a Marine, you never complain about getting up early. That's part of their life. We have Sergeant James Marchetti of the U.S. Marines. I salute you, sir. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rich. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Not too shabby, not too shabby. It's a little cold out, but I'm a Marine, so we don't argue. I wear my T-shirt to work every day, and that's it.
Where are you located?
So we are located in Watervliet at the Arsenal.
Oh,
across
okay.
the river from RPI. So
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure the Troy residents hear our music blaring on the loudspeakers every morning and every evening, and yeah.
That's great. I want to read you a quote, because maybe this kind of relates to what we're going to talk about today. It was Rear Admiral J. Stark that made this comment. Marines I see as two breeds, Rottweilers or Dobermans, because Marines come in two varieties, big and mean or skinny and mean. They're aggressive on the attack. They're tenacious on the defense. They've got really short hair, and they always go for the throat. Now, that seems to be the image of a Marine, but you guys are trying to break this image by something that you're offering in this area.
Yes, Rich. The Marine Corps has a history of being, the meanest, the toughest, and that goes hand in hand with the term Marine. Marine has become synonymous with, the highest of all military virtues, but as an institution now, we are looking for our nation's brightest, our nation's...
the brain and the brawn.
The brain and the brawn, Rich, as an institution. Mm-hmm.
To show that there's a human side of being a Marine.
Oh, yes, sir.
And in order to do that, you're holding a workshop? Is that what you're doing?
So, yes, we're holding an educator's workshop. It's an annual event in which we have a unique opportunity to bring our nation's top educators down to Parris Island, South Carolina, and show them how we make United States Marines from the classroom and beyond.
So they go to Parris Island. I didn't get that.
Yeah, so the event is in March.
So they go there, and how many days is the workshop?
The event goes on 8th through 11th March, so it's a 3-day experience in which the educators really get the 13-week version of boot camp that recruits receive condensed into 3 days. And that's everything from the classroom talks to swim qualifications and obstacle course navigation.
So you're talking about like a principal from a school can go, or a teacher in elementary school, a secondary ed teacher? You're talking about regular public school teachers can go?
Any and all educators are welcome to our event. We're looking for the educators that really aren't too knowledgeable about the military, especially the Marine Corps, so that they can get an understanding of the educational benefits, career benefits, professional developments that our institution provides to them.
So they can go back to students in the school and say, hey, the Marine Corps is a great opportunity, so they can get rid of their bias that it's such a tough experience?
Oh, well, Rich, it is tough.
Yeah, of course it is.
I would argue that it is the toughest of any branch of service.
Right.
But
with
that toughness comes a professional development, a persona that cannot be replicated in any institution in our nation. And to top it off, the educational benefits that our institution also provides to its service members to mold them into the outstanding Marine, the leader of our country's finest fighting force. A lot of education goes into that, and never before have you seen a Marine Corps looking to make its top leaders through the classroom.
I can see this having two different effects as I watched your video. Now, you had a great video on YouTube that explains this whole workshop. As I look at it, I'm thinking, okay, because I used to be a teacher.
Yes.
So if I was a teacher and I went to your workshop, I would go back to my classroom and explain to kids that, wow, you should see what it's like to actually be a Marine. It's such an incredible opportunity. You learn discipline, you learn valor, you learn blah, blah, blah. But also, I think it might change the way I personally teach. I may become more strict and more organized and more disciplined from going through your program. So it might affect my teaching career as well. Do you find that happens with educators?
Well, yes. This is first and foremost, this workshop is a professional development opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in that you're experienced into the way that the Marines conduct business, because mentorship is an essential aspect of our institution.
Right.
But that you really understand what someone can gain out of a military experience.
Mm-hmm.
Just using myself as an example, I went to college for a year before the Marine Corps. I wanted to be a math teacher, and that's great. I put that dream on my back burner for the next 4 years of my life, but I come out of this experience 4 years later, older, more mature, and I have the tools necessary, financially on the aspect of the GI Bill and the mentorship experience I have received in the Corps to really set myself up for success when I am a teacher one day.
During that video, I saw one school teacher explaining what the experience was like, and she said, I thought this was going to be a conference where I sat there and was lectured for 3 days, but no, I ended up jumping off a 50-foot wall. I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, do they know what's expected of them when they go to the conference, the workshop?
Well, we definitely spell out what can be expected during the workshop, in that the 13 weeks of boot camp is condensed into 3 days. So they do receive a lot of those experiences firsthand of what a recruit goes through.
Mm-hmm.
But besides, the fun and games such as rappelling that you're referring to, and live firing, because they go on the range and they get to actually fire the Corps' M4.
Amazing.
They will receive plenty of interaction with Marines, knowledgeable accounts of Marines who have used the Corps, leveraged the Corps to accomplish their educational goals and really progress not only as Marines but citizens, United States citizens.
Does it start out extremely strict from the moment you get in, like, hi, welcome to the Educators Workshop, now get down and do 50? I mean, is it that
okay,
instant?
So the deal is they prospective educators that go, they will arrive at Beaufort, which is just outside Parris Island, on Tuesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
So that Wednesday morning, when they get off the bus, when they take the bus over to Parris Island, they get the exact experience that a Marine recruit gets.
Wow.
The legendary yellow footprints that Marines step on is that first step, the initial step towards becoming a United States Marine, where you are no longer a civilian and you are a prospective Marine, you are a recruit.
Explain
that experience.
I'm sorry, explain the yellow footprints again. What happens?
The yellow footprints is every recruit's first experience with a drill instructor, with a Marine, in that they get off their airplane, they get in a bus, and then they are received at Parris Island by a team of drill instructors. So the educators will get that same experience.
Wow, it's the exact same thing. They don't lighten up for them.
When they step on those yellow footprints, they are going to have that first 10 to 15-minute experience of being a United States Marine.
Is there any social interaction? Like, do you have any time to actually sit back, like at a cocktail party, and talk to a Marine one-on-one or anything like that?
Oh, every evening when the series of events are done for the day. That's really one of the best times for the Marines and the educators, because they really get to get face-to-face with the educators in their comfort zone and really just talk, not even talk about education or the Marine Corps, just really talk and get to know each other. Because that's what's most important about this event, is that it's about us giving back to the community, and the community seeing the Marine Corps for what it really is, just an institution of people, of citizens just like them who chose a different route in life.
Sergeant James Marchetti, can you tell us about your Facebook account?
You can go on to Albany Marines on Facebook, like us. If you want, you can send us a message. If you're on your mobile, you can give us a call through there. I'll probably pick up the phone, welcome you with open arms over the phone, and we'll get your process expedited, getting you on board for this event.
So what would the general cost be for this? It's a 3-day event. You have to go to Parris Island if people ask.
No, there's absolutely no expense to this trip, Rich, and all we ask educators to bring with them, change of clothes, toiletries, and some motivation and open arms to our institution.
Oh, it's amazing. There's no expense to it.
None whatsoever.
Oh, my God. I think that's going to change the game. This is really an incredible opportunity. I never heard of this before. So it's the Educators Workshop for the Marine Corps. Is that what it's technically called?
Yes, sir. The Marine Corps Educators Workshop.
I just want to let you know, Sergeant Marchetti, I'm in radio, and, we're not the most physically fit people on earth, so I'm not sure I could make it through the first half day. I'd be a little concerned about that, but I'd be willing to go down and photograph it or something.
Hey, Marines, we come in all different shapes and sizes ourselves, so Rich, you don't know until you try, and that's the whole mindset with this Educators Workshop.
All right, Sergeant Marchetti, I'm going to give you 30 seconds more. You can do a 30-second ad plugging your event, because we have a couple of seconds left ourselves. So go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sergeant James Marchetti of the United States Marines. We're offering a 3-day educational workshop for educators on Parris Island, South Carolina, and it's happening March 8th through 11th. It's 13 weeks of Marine Corps recruit training condensed into 3 days, open to educators of all of upstate New York and Vermont. For more information, please visit our Facebook page at Albany Marines, or you can reach me at 518-266-6121. Honor, courage, and commitment is the Marine way. Take this opportunity to commit to your students' future. Attend the Marine Corps Educators Workshop.